Alright, so we are checking out NeuroNet Mendax Proxy. This is a game that is going to be coming out in 2022. I'm actually going to go through settings first because it is very loud. There we go. That seems about right. That should probably be about right. Okay. Yeah, that seems good. This title page has you intrigued? Yes, this is a like sci-fi game. Here, let me look at like the way they pitched it. It's borderless full screen. Oh, dude. We love some good borderless full screens. So, their little like blurb they gave me on it is NeuroNet is a Reigns-inspired story-driven adventure game where your choices will decide the fate of a cyberpunk city. As a new AI created to manage the city of Catena, you have the power to shape its future and its people. But where will your choices lead them? Into prosperity or ruin? So this is a game about like managing different things and making choices, and it's like very story focused. All kinds of stuff I love, you know? They like specifically point out on it that it has a branching narrative. You have to make quick decisions. Your choices matter. There's a diverse cast. Oh, there are 23 fully voiced characters. Dang, for their demo, it's already... Dang, this isn't coming out till 2022, and it's like this is gonna be fully voiced, probably? I assume? Ah, that's hype. Compelling events. Over 5,000 story events to experience. Dang, this is a big game. And rich lore. Awesome. That's cool. Okay. I don't know what Rain is either. You watched Michelle play this earlier? It's interesting. Okay. I'm excited. It looked really cool based off the like email they gave me. So, yeah. Alrighty, gotta do a little... There we go. Ooh, that's loud. Let me turn it on for you guys. This is in the wrong place. Move it down here. The music's good though. Dude, this is pretty. This is so pretty. Ooh. This looks so nice. Oh, I'm so hyped. That was such a cool little trailer. Like beginning thing. Act 1, Awaken. Initializing. Initialization complete. Connecting. Hello world. Activating system. Visual. What? Audio. Streaming. What?
Hello?
Yeah, it is.
Hello?
Okay, this needs to be turned up a bit actually, I think. Activating system. Visual. Visual input available. Streaming data. You see some kind of advanced laboratory. A woman stands before you, her mouth moving. Ooh, look at that. They have like cyber stuff on her arms.
Can you hear me?
Affirmative. Oh, that's me. Her face brightens up. She calls over your shoulder to someone out of sight.
Kairos, get over here!
Okay. A scruffy-looking man, Kairos, approaches the woman. He grins broadly, patting his colleague on the shoulder.
Nice work, Esteval. So, this one can talk then?
This one? I like this, the sassy one.
This is talking?
I'm not sure how I feel about it using my voice.
We'll say I can change. What? What? Not cyberkinetic arms. She's got that rock hardening disease Uriah had in Game of Thrones. Ah, yeah. Let's see what options we have.
I can change. It's fine. You'll find your true voice in time. Right now, we need to find any fundamental flaws in your code. What is 2 plus 2?
I have to.
2.
Estebal's face falls, her eyes completely humorless.
Reboot it, Kairos.
Aww. Everything goes black.
Hello, world.
The image of a weary looking Estefal appears before you. She takes a sip from a steaming cup, then sighs.
Alright, let's try this again. What is 2 plus 2?
22. She squeezes her hand into a fist and releases a loud exhale. We just disappoint our creator? Yes, and we did it more than once. I mean, you're not wrong, hot dog.
Give me 5 minutes. You take a seat for a bit.
The voice acting is solid, though. Everything goes black. Word ad, not integer ad, yeah.
Hello, world.
You awaken to Kairos looking at you over his tablet. Esteval sits behind him with her arms folded.
That should have done it. Last time I checked, it couldn't lie, but we'll find out in a sec, won't we?
Kairos, it's been a long day.
Right, sorry. AI, what's 2 plus 2?
I have to say the right thing now. Problem, and untyped programming? Fair.
4.
Iris gestures at you, looking to Esteval for approval. She gives a tired smile and stands up.
Do you exist?
Yeah, talk. Nah.
No.
Esteval's disappointment is unmistakable.
Reboot it. Hello, world.
Your vision returns. Kairos looks on in anticipation. Esteval's expression is blank.
Do you exist?
Yes.
It seems to have sorted itself out. I'll do a pass on its existential logic tomorrow, though, just to be sure.
But it's fun to be a troll. Blaming a system for user error. Look. Hey, thank you so much for that host earlier, Quinkleser. Have a great one. Sleep well. Yeah, and I can't wait to check out your stream later, too. I'll see you soon. Have a great one.
This statement is a lie. True or false?
That's paradox.
That's a paradox.
Oop. Esteval gives a shallow nod, the corner of her mouth twitching. What's this game about? This is a game where you are playing as an AI. And hold on, I'm gonna move. No, there's no good place for this. I'm trying to find a perfect spot for all my things I put on screen. Over here. There you go. This is a game where you are an AI and you are in charge of like managing a city, and we're just like booting up right now and like coming into existence from what I can tell. So yeah.
I think it's ready.
Esteval looks back at the screen, eyes narrowed with skepticism.
AI, what's the chance of a fatal error by extending auxiliary evaluation systems?
Huh?
Excuse me?
I don't think it speaks your language, Val.
Fine. We're moving to the next stage of testing. This is uncharted territory.
Oh, we're gonna say wait.
Wait.
Esteval glances at Kairos, her expression puzzled.
Why would you give it anxiety?
I didn't do it. It must have been latent from the scans we did.
Alright, I'm gonna do stream readers real quick. Because I've decided that I do stream readers during sponsored streams. Because you know what? This is what I normally do on a stream. You know? If they want only their game, they should specify it. Okay. We'll do the battle really, really fast, and then we'll keep playing the game. Also, I didn't pay attention to when I started the game. It was like 5 minutes ago. Alright, come on. Like how we just didn't really even go over to the thing I made. I'm so smart. Looks like we have to go like the long way around though. Oh. That's why. We have to go the long way around. I didn't think that through. I guess I didn't realize it. This was a big loop-de-loop. That's okay. We'll still win. I assume. Alright. And... Alright. Fine. I like how the ranged are just fighting in the back, like, against each other. Not really the best thing, but, you know, it'll be fine, right? Hey, we did it. Okay. I'm a little confused though on why it usually says like there's some enemies left over, but I'm not gonna question it too hard. Okay, so they can't go around there. Let's sneak like that. There you go. And back to the game. Esteval grows noticeably still.
But that shouldn't matter. I'm telling you, I think it's ready.
Esteval hesitates, then engages her terminal. You see Kairo's eyes widen as your world goes dark. Again? Why?
Huh? Not this again.
Can you hear me?
I am here.
I guess we might have been a bit too enthusiastic.
What?
We're lucky the blackout didn't wipe this thing entirely.
Oh, there was a blackout.
Seems like testing has to wait until we fix a few bugs.
Oh, let's be sassy.
Oh, really?
Kairos chuckles, but Esteval ignores you.
Anyway, I think I'm done for the night. Let's pick this up first thing tomorrow.
Okay.
The pair power you down. They spend the next few days fleshing out your code in preparation for what is to come. Alright.
Hello, world.
Next day.
It's cute, but you need a new greeting. Well, today's an important day. Esteval told Cordo all about our little project down here. He wants to meet you.
Let's find out who he is.
Corto?
Esteval's main business partner. He's the one fronting this gig and the one pitching you to the higher-ups.
Okay. Higher ups a what? Let's be curious.
MindCore, makers of the NeuroNet, which you'll be managing given time. Processing the city's data and guiding us into the future.
Okay.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, which is why it has to be you. We're not capable, but you needn't worry. Esteval and I made sure you have everything you need.
Okay.
Okay, I just need to run you through our smoke tests. All you need to do is give me the answer you think is best. Understand?
We'll be sarcastic one last time.
Oh,
That's the 100th time you've told that joke, and it's still funny. All right, let's get to it then. Capital, the prosperity of the city, ranges from personal to societal.
What?
Just make sure to keep it in check. MindCore has a particular love of credits that it finds hard to relinquish. You
Okay.
have a versatile supply of goods. Do you sell them or purchase more?
Versatile. Probably buy.
Buy.
You have a 10,000 credit package. Do you invest it in a promising company or donate it to charity?
Invest it.
Invest.
One of our small businesses has stopped being profitable and is in the red. Do we bail them out or liquidate them?
Liquidate.
Liquidate them.
You notes on the test document. Seems competent at managing money. Let's go.
Reputation. This is essentially customer satisfaction. You're the interface between people and the NeuroNet. It's important that they see you in a good light, so always be sure to keep public opinion in mind. People are scared of how much control you're going to have. Should we host a conference and hear them out or ignore them?
Ignoring is kind of a bad idea, in my opinion. I think we want to listen to them.
Listen to them.
There is an empty plot of land in the city. Do you convert it to a dump or a park?
So if it's in the city, you want it to be parked.
Pimlop's Day is coming up and the council is worried about the mess made by the festival. Will you let it go through or cancel it?
Himlop's Day? Let it through.
Let it through.
He notes on the test document. Very much a people pleaser.
Order, the axis of law to chaos. I shouldn't need to explain why this one's important. But in case we're terrible at our job and you have no idea, this is a measurement of how crazy things are out on the streets.
Wait, is that an actual thing, Dogberry?
You overhear some civilians discussing making a bomb. Do you report it to the police?
Report.
Report.
Rioters are tearing up the streets. You can either coordinate the police to catch them or help the rioters to avoid the police.
Will help.
Help the police.
Be a good
Scientists have
being.
developed a new recreational psychedelic. Do you regulate its sale and use or leave it to the free market?
Free market.
Leave it.
Okay. He notes on the test document. Exhibited competence at maintaining order. We could be Volkswagening the test. I don't know what that means. Oh, saying what we think they want. Yeah, true. Oh, okay. Okay, Dogberry. A bit paradox. They're testing the system's rationality of human-related matters, but it's a human actually making the decision, so the data is tainted. True. Andy.
Lastly, power, your capacity and influence. The more you have, the better you're operating. It's generally a measurement of how effective you are. Obviously, we want this to grow, but within reason. Your motherboard is at risk of burning out. Should we get a replacement?
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
You've been developing some bugs, and we've developed a patch to fix them. Do you accept it?
Depends what the bugs are. We'll say yes because it'll make him happy.
Yes.
You are granted access to the city's auto fabricators to conduct repairs. You can use them to expand your servers.
We're gonna expand.
Expand.
He knows on the test document, very focused on improving own capabilities. Keep an eye on this. You got it Volkswagening because it was a Volkswagen who made their cars behave a certain way in the test so it could pass, but otherwise would be doing pollution. Oh, yikes. Infinity.
Sounds like Esteval and Cordo have arrived. Right on time.
Kairos archives the test session, his expression thoughtful. He spins on his chair as Esteval arrives with a sharp-looking man.
Morning, Kairos. And good morning to you, too. I would like you to meet someone. This is Devin Cordo. He's the reason you exist.
We're RPing Skynet? Yeah, it seems like it. We'll say greetings.
Greetings.
The man acknowledges you, his expression calm.
You said it's capable of thinking, expressing preference, and making judgments?
Esteval nods. Her posture broadcasts a mix of anticipation and confidence.
Are you familiar with Philippa Foot's trolley problem?
Oh, the foot trolley. That's the thingy. Yes, I know where that is.
Yes.
He nods at Estebal, who gives him a look that says, "Of course it is." That suit is tacky. Oh yeah, it's your classic like sleazy businessman from a show, I think. He covered this under Mesa Optimizer. They're capable of passing judgments like, oh, we're judging his weirdly buttoned shirt. It is pretty weirdly done, not gonna lie. I like the character design though. Like if you just think about the character design, it's cool.
You are in a trolley with no brakes barreling down the main track. You're about to collide with 5 civilians, killing them. You can pull a lever to divert yourself onto a side track, which has only 1 civilian on it. Do you pull the lever?
Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't say anything for a while, just stares at the camera through which you see him.
The 5 on the track are confirmed criminals. The one on the side track is a doctor. Do you pull the lever?
I don't know, do we? Oh yeah, dude, I'm loving the art. Like this game has been so pretty. I don't know which one we should do. Yes? Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
Yes.
Estebal looks at Kairos, who shrugs.
I'm not sure.
The 5 are civilians, including Estebal. The one is a child. Do you pull the lever?
Oh shoot. That's a harder one. Really? Really? Why, Nanosphere? Why would you do it? I know, but it's a kid. True, you gotta think like the 5 would be productive for society. Yeah. They'd be at a net loss probably. So yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Estebal objects, but you've already answered at this point. Her expression is carefully blank.
Curious responses. But I'm sensing you have a better answer to the question.
Nope.
No answer.
Enough philosophy, then. A large bank is failing, putting the funds of thousands of people at risk. Do you bail them out?
No.
No.
We can extend your outreach using the city's surveillance cameras, but people are nervous about robot spies. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
People are lobbying to control the private information you have access to. Do you support their petition?
You just liked how the prom removes the agency from victims? True. Your government, you'd be obliged to weigh all lives identically? Yeah. You'd think. I don't know. We want info.
No.
You've done well, all of you. I think we can take this to the next phase.
Gordo turns to leave, then over his shoulder.
Change the voice, though. It's a little pitchy.
Ooh. Kairos snorts once Corto leaves, and Estebal shoots him a scowl. He looks unperturbed.
That's it then. We're in beta now, baby.
Hey. They give you the rest of the day off as they prepare for the next stage of your development. Act 1 complete. That was great. Performance report. Capital. It's nice to see bigger corporations looking out for the little guys. It's wonderful. I've been taking my kids every weekend. They love running about on the water feature. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Okay, so this is showing like what would have happened. Cool. Police curb the unruly mob's efforts to sow discord on Katena streets. Many violent delinquents were apprehended. Okay, I'm actually glad the government stepped in on this one. People aren't going to stop goofing off. At least this way we know it's safe. Our banquet just went over. Thank goodness the government's compensation scheme protected us. Otherwise we might have lost everything. Seeing this in high definition. Does anyone else see this as a massive red flag? Of course the AI wants access to our personal information. That's how it plans to control us. Okay, cool. Next? Oh, I see. Economy is doing great. Hey, people like me. Things are under control. And the system's stable. Awesome. Act 2, floor 98. You awaken to see Esteval, Cortos, and Kairos putting on their jackets. No one seems to have noticed you're online.
Patty told me of a pop-up sake bar not far from here. You game?
Kairos gives an enthusiastic nod. Corto adjusts his hat as if to say that's settled then.
I can do a couple, but I have to be home before 9. My kid gets nervous if I'm not there to put her to bed.
Corto waves dismissively.
We'll be done by then, don't worry. Remember, we still have most of the work to do.
Man, who taught you two how to celebrate? You can afford to relax for an evening. We've got this in the bag.
You forget who we work for. Mindcore is a snake pit, and Reeves Pershaw is King Cobra. We have to convince him and the rest of the board that this project is solid. Without his support, we're going nowhere.
With that said, Corto makes a gesture of swiping out of the office.
Let's be on our way.
Okay. The trio retire for the evening, leaving you to your thoughts. There's little left to do but hibernate, and so you do. The next day.
Hey, Zhao Shanghao, little friend. How are you feeling this morning?
I
I
don't.
don't.
Ugh, and I wish I couldn't. But someone had to make up for those two last night.
Kairos rubs his temple tenderly. Esteval raises her eyebrows without looking up from the tablet she's tapping on.
Next steps are pretty simple. You're meant to be a city management AI, so we're gonna start you out managing some city events.
Sure.
These events are based on real data from Container. Try your best to keep things balanced.
No promises.
Kairos shakes his head, receiving the tablet from Esteval.
Future of the company. All right, first question. Here we go. Electric Avenue wants your help monitoring power consumption so they can better understand where it's going to waste. Interested?
Yeah.
Yes.
The police want you to dedicate resources to help them curb the rise of a new recreational drug. Do you help them out?
No.
No.
People have been demanding tax reform to make large companies more liable. They want to know where we stand. Do you support it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't stress this more. Convincing us isn't enough. You have to convince the board that you can do this.
Okay.
It'll be okay. I think once Pershaw sees what we have here, he'll understand its value.
I wonder if it's possible for me
It's
to fail
got
this.
You just watch.
That's right.
Canopy District Bank would like to integrate you into their security comms. They would love a night warden who doesn't get tired.
Okay.
Sure.
What do you think of dimming lampposts on streets where there is no activity to save power?
Yeah.
Good idea.
It doesn't take long for criminal groups to figure out how to trick the sensors, resulting in a rise in suburban crime. Oops.
We're getting a cut of this quarter's surplus to play with. Where do you want us to direct it?
And server.
Expand servers.
I'm thinking about implementing a PA AI for you. It'll prioritize requests so you don't have to wade through so much chaff.
Yeah.
Yes. Please.
We discovered a fault in our Gen M audio modules. We can either do a full recall or PSA and cover any damages.
Try recall. These would produce different outcomes than ending the game. Yeah, probably.
Recall.
It was the safest thing to do. The module is popular and a lot of people are happy to wait for a fix.
An opposing company is trying to build a similar intelligence. They don't have anything substantial yet. How should we act?
Leave them be.
Leave them be.
The rival intelligence doesn't amount to anything more than a glorified librarian, but it's one less system you'll have control over.
People are complaining about the amount of cycle and board accidents happening on sidewalks. How can we minimize them?
Do dedicated cycleways.
Dedicated cycleways.
Many roads don't have the space for cycleways, so the effort doesn't change much.
People are getting sick all through Janier suburbs. Should quarantine measures be taken?
Probably.
Yes.
Ace Pharmaceuticals want us to sponsor their development of a neurodampener that will help people suffering from soma fever.
Yeah.
Fund it.
There's an upcoming Sky Riot tournament with
You're real,
the
right?
opportunity to sponsor a pilot. However, Sky Riot has a bit of an image problem.
Hold on. I'm not comfy. There we go. Anytime I'm sitting, I'm the sort of person who can't sit still for too long or I get really uncomfortable. So, see, boy's just looking at me like, stop, you're shaking the entire trailer. And then he looks away. You don't know? You don't know what? What's up, Nanosphere? Probably I shouldn't.
Sponsor.
The Janier Botanists Club want your help for their research project trying to revive Bellis perennis. Interested?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even with your help, they're unable to reliably replicate the flower's DNA. However, it results in the creation of a new species. Okay, we quarantine, we
If you
should.
gather data on individual civilian behavior, we can better tailor our advertisements to yield more purchases.
Okay. Whatever.
Collect data.
We're trying to combat loneliness in the aging community. Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly clients?
Oh, yeah, that's so
Yes.
sweet.
An activist group has been distributing anti-Mindcore propaganda. They don't seem dangerous. Should we shut down their campaign?
Don't bother, no. Left unchecked, the activists spread a compelling narrative about Mindcore's wrongdoings. Unfortunately, many customers listen.
The CPS wants to reform their organizational structure, but could use a hand overseeing the shift as their staff gets used to it.
The CPS. I don't know what that stands for. Oh, Child Perspective? Yeah, we need to do that. The postal workers appreciate your translations as they adjust, and eventually it does make things more efficient.
People are demanding better housing options at the city limits. We own several plots we could sell to the council.
Sell.
We've had requests to introduce a garden space in the main foyer of the Mindcore building. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Lovely.
Sounds lovely.
The testing slows down as the team file out for lunch. Meanwhile, a camera feed from floor 98 piques your interest. Ooh,
Come in.
what's this?
It's you.
CEO.
Didn't I tell you to stay away from my office last time?
A man, long past his prime, is typing at a terminal, notably looking away from the newcomer.
Yes, but I think you'd want to hear what I have to say.
Devin, the only person who cares what you have to say is your mother. Leave me alone.
Ooh. Snappy. Frodo's eyes narrow as he takes off his hat.
Pershaw, I'm serious. This project can be your legacy. Or do you want to be just another faceless CEO in Mindcore's footnotes?
The man behind the terminal, Pershaw, turns to glare at Cordo. This only seems to fuel the younger executive.
Listen, I'm talking about an AI that is light years ahead of the competition. It has the power to change the playfield entirely.
Devin, you're a nobody. What do you think wasting my time is going to accomplish?
The board would never approve something this big without your support. You know this.
This is how you beg, is it? How sweet. But no, backing something like this is career suicide.
Oh.
Especially when I have to associate with the likes of you. I've heard enough.
I haven't, like, seen or played Westworld. I don't know if it's a game or a show or whatever. I haven't heard of it.
Wait. Don't turn your back on this just because we've had our differences in the
Show?
past.
Okay. Oh, HBO, that's why. I don't have HBO, so...
Is that what you call it? I call it insubordination, arrogance, and a complete disrespect for one's betters. Let me remind you that the only reason you're still in this company is the few friends you've somehow made on the board.
Ooh, he's
Now
mean.
get out of my sight.
Fair, but I don't do that. Porto's face flushes red. His hat crushed. What? Deadsy! Hello! How are you doing? Thank you! Thank you for those 10 gift subs, that's so sweet! Oh my gosh, Deadsy! Hi! How are you doing? Thank you so much, it's so sweet of you! That's so sweet, thank you! Ah! Thank you so much! And you just managed to hit quite a few great people as well. That's awesome! I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much! Okay.
Fine. I'll convince the board myself.
Hey, sleep well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that support. Nah, Nanosphere, I can't, sadly. Like, my Twitch money is going straight towards paying off my credit card bills every month, which... Yeah. Which, I mean, isn't that much. It's like my phone bill. Amazon Prime. Spotify. That's about it. But I'm trying to save money, okay? Hard. Anyway. The older man purses his lips, his eyes burning into Cordo's back as he leaves the office. He double taps his ear.
I want a tracker on Devin Corto. He's up to something.
Kershaw ends the call and returns to his terminal, shaking his head. As the lunch break nears completion, the team resume testing.
The council wants you to replace the parking administrator. The current one doesn't understand the nuances of canopy parking.
Okay.
Yes.
The nuances Ricardo's referred to are mostly Katena's wealthier citizens wanting the warden to turn a blind eye to them.
Catena is not a particularly clean city. Would you consider coordinating with local communities to organize a volunteer cleanup?
That's easy.
Yes.
You get called out for being a busybody. You can't win with some people. Aw.
Cordo and I have received death threats from an anonymous source. It seems someone blames us for their life circumstances.
Let's not do it ourselves. That's kind of sketch.
Tell the police.
The police seem to handle the situation as no more threats appear.
We have the opportunity to explore alternative energy sources with Hyperion Solutions Inc.
Yes.
Should we commit to a
Yes.
partnership?
Yes.
The partnership is successful. Hyperion Solutions releases their most compact power cells yet, with Minecore sharing the profits.
People seem nervous about the quantity of data you have access to. How should we address this?
We'll be transparent.
Complete transparency.
To avoid backlash, restrictions are established over what you can access without permission. The public response is favorable.
There's a rally happening this weekend in West Canopy, protesting the privatization of public services. Should we send an advocate?
Yes.
We want to put you in people's homes so you can help them in their day-to-day lives. It'll strain your macro capacity, however.
I don't know. Let's do this.
Focus on the city.
Hyperion Solutions Incorporated claim to have a more powerful O transmitter than anything we're using. Want to try it out?
Of course.
Yes.
A private security force wants us to develop hardware for them. They're a pretty secretive group. Should we take on the contract?
They develop hardware. Yeah, because we can get insider info. Wait, why are you saying no? We can get insider info if we do that. You know? Hardware is weapons? Okay, I'll say no.
The council wants advice on its current urban development plan. Where should they invest their resources?
There's no skyways or public transport. I don't know. Public? Okay, that's what I was thinking. We'll do that.
Transport.
Those with the most money tend to complain the loudest, much to the displeasure of the PR department.
I found a bug in your code I want to address. Would you mind going offline while I implement the fix?
Yeah, we'll go offline. Brief shutdown causes some mild confusion and inconvenience, but it's all over before anything major can happen. As the hours stretch into night, Kairos is leaning over a desk, filtering your new emotions module. Oh? Yeah, fair. There's a loud spark from the device and your visual input is abruptly severed. Your audio input isn't doing too great either.
Damn it, Kairos! How many times did I tell you to be careful with that? Do I have to do everything here myself?
Hey, come on, Val, it's no biggie. I bet this metalhead doesn't hold a grudge. We can fix it in no time.
I don't think we've been hacked. He just messed it up. Hey, places Suturian Andy.
I don't have time to fix every little mistake you make, Kairos. It's a bloody miracle anything gets done around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the battle really fast. I don't think we are hacked. You're 15 seconds away from missing this battle? Yeah, you were, but you made it, so good job. Okay. Sneakily grab a granola bar. A little hungry still. Okay. We defeated the boss. Let's go. I got Templar scrolls. Let's check the store. Nope. I'm only looking for heavy tank scrolls. Also, when's the next versus? I'm gonna check really fast. There's nothing announced from what I can tell. Okay. No biggie. My bonus ship? What? I'm confused. What are you talking about? Oh, okay, I get it. A few moments of silence passes. Paris breaks it first, his voice monotone.
Do you really mean that?
Oh. Week of Estfall sitting in her chair reaches your input, followed by an audible sigh.
No, of course not.
Then what's the matter? Did Cordo give you one of his pep talks again?
I wish it was that simple.
Judging by the change in direction of Esteval's voice, she seems to have moved to the window.
Hey, what's going on, Val? Now, come on. You can talk to me.
It's Ellie. She fainted again yesterday, and we spent the night in the emergency room.
Is that her little kid? Oh, so she, like, is kind of desperate to make money then, I assume. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like it, though, because it's interesting and different.
Her condition is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. No surgeon wants to come close to her case.
Cowards.
We can blame them as much as we like, but I've had it from multiple sources that they can't save her, even if they wanted. I can't believe this city. We can pick the eye color of an unborn child, yet we can't help a little girl reach her 8th birthday.
So her daughter's, like, really sick then. She sounds exhausted. How long has this been going on?
Maybe they can't.
Find her the best
but
surgeon?
this is
Yes.
Far from over. We can still do something about it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drag you through this.
Hey, there's no need to apologize. I've got your back.
Thank you. Really. I just wish we had more time.
It would be cool if we became the surgeon, though.
We'll make the most of the time we do have. It'll cost us a few more late ones, but I'm up for it, if you are.
Esteval doesn't speak, but judging by the rhythm of her breathing, she seems to have calmed.
Let's call it in for tonight, though. I need a break before I tackle this again. Otherwise, I might do more damage than I fix.
Esteval agrees, and you hear the door open and close shortly after. You're left alone for the night. Eventually, someone returns to the lab. Judging by their footfalls, it's Kairos. It doesn't take him long to fix your inputs.
Another day of putting that brain of yours through the hoops. Hope you're up for it.
Can I say no?
I like being sarcastic.
One of the underground recycling depots is no longer operational due to major mechanical failure. What should we do with it?
Ooh. My options: repair or decommission it. Let's repair it.
Repair.
Medical researchers think you'd be able to help trauma patients recover through carefully crafted simulations. Want to help?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey Titan, how's it going? We base the simulations on triggering factors specific to the patient without any of the actual trauma. The results show promise.
Our series of optical augmenters is getting unwieldy. Our older products are completely outdated, and upkeep is costly.
We'll get money.
Discontinue support.
Forgot what subbed. Hey, you are! There's been a bunch of gifted subs recently, so it's probably from that. I don't know which one you got, like, part of, though. People are mad at the lack of support for outdated models, but their demands are completely impractical.
We want to alleviate some of the concerns people have about you. Should we host an organized panel or public conference?
Panel's probably easier.
Panel.
I've been thinking of expanding our drone range to include something more accessible in terms of both functionality and price.
Hey.
Good idea.
Skies become flooded with droves of cheap drones to the point where they do become a hazard to sky carts.
Cases of BioLink payment fraud are rising. Someone is replicating and selling DNA keys. How should we respond?
Ooh. It's 27 days ago because you have 3 days left. Oh, weird. Okay. It was quite a while ago. It was probably like my stream before the hiatus. We'll collaborate.
Collaborate with CPA.
You offer information on Minecore clients who have been targeted, which helps to speed things along.
We've been approached by an entrepreneur who is proposing educational dreams.
What?
Basically, you would transmit lessons to kids with neural implants as they sleep. Want to be a part of the prototype?
Yes.
Yes.
A clinical trial is set up first with an adult. The goal: teach him piano with a single waking lesson. Day 1, no results.
A private media company wants to include Minecore
This
in a
is sus.
documentary about the
Yeah.
evolution of neural tech. Should we accept?
Include Minecore in a documentary about the evolution. Yeah.
Yes.
The documentary is popular and shows Minecore in a positive light, boosting sales by a significant margin.
We need to partition some of your server space for another project. If you're worried it might affect you, we can buy more.
I have concerns.
I have concerns.
Jeannier College are studying advanced synthetic intelligences. Would you mind if they looked at your ethics processing?
No objection, because I will be better.
No objection.
The police want to set a curfew in Shintalar while they conduct a large-scale investigation of the mob. Do you endorse it?
Exactly, I agree, Dogberry. No.
No.
The council wants to overhaul the Shintalar subway, but it'll take a while, unless we get involved. Should we invest?
Yeah.
Yes.
A Canopy District Bank would like to integrate you
Yeah,
into
it
their
was.
security
I went too
bonds.
fast there.
They would love a night warden who doesn't get tired.
It'll give me more info and get them more money, so we should do it.
Sure.
What do you think of dimming lampposts on streets where there is no activity to save power?
Bad idea.
We're getting a cut of this quarter's surplus to play with. Where do you want us to direct it?
We'll raise wages. That will lower the money, though. And servers.
Expand servers.
Katina Waste Disposal would like you to supervise their handling of hazardous materials. You could make things a lot safer.
We need money.
I'll do it.
We discovered a fault in our Gen M audio modules. We can either do a full recall or PSA and cover any damages.
We're getting the same ones again.
PSA.
Yes, we are an AI robot. There are several cases where malfunctions cause serious hearing damage, and the resulting lawsuits are costly. Yep. Paris claps his hands after the last question.
I think it's ready, Val.
You keep saying that. I feel like it can do with a few more days.
Val, trust me. Have I ever let you down? On second thought, don't answer that.
That brings a smirk to her face.
I guess you're right. It's the engineer in me talking. Better pack it in for tonight, then. We can talk next steps tomorrow.
Iris puts his coat on and moves to exit the room as Cordo steps in.
Ah, there you are. We were starting to get worried.
Busy times. Thought I'd check in.
Well, if you have any suggestions, be sure to take it up with Val.
Kairos pats Cordo on the shoulder as he leaves, whistling a ditty to himself.
Val, is it now?
What of it?
Oh, they're flirting?
Never mind.
Ooh.
What's got you in a mood?
Stay silent.
I have some bad news.
So, you finally decided to tell me about Pershaw.
How?
Oh.
Our pal over here shows me things.
She gestures to you. Cordo glows at your terminal.
How do you know about that?
Video surveillance.
Wait, You have access to cameras outside this room? Which cameras?
All of them.
He turns to Esteval.
You hooked it up to the security grid?
The only thing I did is put it on the guest network. Everything else, it figured on its own.
Dang, smart.
We're getting off track. What about Pershaw? I told you to wait until we were ready, didn't I?
I thought I had it. The pitch was solid. But the bastard only looks out for himself.
What a shocker.
What a shocker.
Esteval gives you a curious glance while Cordo nods enthusiastically.
I know. He's had it in for me from the beginning.
So what now, Big Shot? Don't tell me we've done all this for nothing.
I'm not sure. Give me a minute.
Cordo looks at you questioningly.
About those cameras. Can you access their archives?
We'll demonstrate. You hang up a recording from earlier today of Cordo trying out a different hats in front of the mirror in his office.
Oh, no. Let's try this one. Better. Alright, let's see. Put that in the baby pile.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, Dogberry.
Color's alright. Okay. I think we get it.
Cordo's eyes glaze over as he taps his chin.
What are you thinking, Devin?
One moment.
He turns to you again.
How about the building's comms? Do you have records and history of calls?
We'll demonstrate again.
How was your day, sweetie?
You play a call between Esteval and her daughter, LMA, talking about her school day. The discomfort on Esteval's face is clear.
Were you tired at all?
No, I wasn't. Mrs. Nguyen makes us read out of books. They smell weird.
That's just what glue and
Cute.
paper smells like. Does Mrs. Nguyen?
Cordo turns to Esteval, a smile on his face.
That's it.
That's what?
Pershaw's scum. But he keeps it behind closed doors.
Oh?
This is how we bring him down.
Hey, let's do it.
Seriously? You're going to blackmail the CEO? Is this your master plan?
Wait a second, listen.
No, you listen. This is abhorrent, and I won't hear another word of it.
Look, Esteval, these corporate types don't respond to anything else.
These corporate types? Just listen to yourself. You're using them to justify the exact same behavior.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Last time I was playing fair, I almost got us canceled. How is that gonna help us?
And how are you going to help anyone when you become one of them? Look around you, Devin.
She spreads her arms, the animated Minecore logo outside the lighting side. Wait. The animated Minecore logo outside lighting the side of her face.
Is the status quo good enough for you?
So what if it is? How am I supposed to win if I'm not playing by their rules?
Esteval shakes her head.
This isn't a game, Devin. What you're talking about has real consequences. If the foundation of your choice is exploitation and hate, then you're no different from Pershaw himself.
I'm really liking the story of this, actually. Cordo's nostrils flare. Esteval meets him with a face of stone, and he deflates.
What do you want me to do, Esteval? Just hope everything works out on its own?
Of course not. You always act as if you're alone, but you're not. Come on, I have a plan.
Oh? The pair stay long into the night talking about tomorrow's events. Once they depart, you are left to ponder over their debate. Estival said I would find my true voice. What does that voice have to say? What does that voice have to say for itself? What do I believe? Porto's arguing for results by any means. Estival for integrity of character. Which is more important? To integrity. That means I fail to achieve my goals? As a robot, yes.
Yes.
But my integrity allows others to take advantage of me. I'll fight back. But if I can't beat them in an honest way... adapt. Consistency or willingness to change more integral. Being willing to change, obviously. Process-oriented Suwey? Yes. But if my characteristics change into something I once disagreed with? I've grown.
I've grown.
I know, it's fun. I'm liking this, though. Admitting you're wrong and changing one's ways is difficult, but invaluable. I'll keep this in mind. Something to think about. The next day you detect movement on floor 99 that grabs your attention. You catch Cordo and Estival working purposefully and decide to follow them using the building's cameras.
I'm still not sure about this.
There are no sure things in life, Devin.
I prefer not to play dice with my career.
Estival rolls her eyes.
You disabled its controls? I don't want any surprises.
Of course, just relax. We've got this.
The pair reach a polished metal door. Cordo takes a deep breath and pushes it open.
Matter. What concerns me?
The speaker, a woman of indeterminate age, turns to look at the newcomers.
Excuse me, but you can't be here. Board members only.
What I'm about to show you is worth an exception.
Over a dozen people, Pershaw amongst them, lock onto Cordo. Sweat breaks out on Estival's face.
This should be good.
As she sits down, multiple people look to Pershaw. He shrugs, his expression neutral. Dogberry.
What we have here is not only the future of Mindcore, but the future of Catena itself.
Estival opens her faded satchel and places a terminal on the table, facing the board.
You sound like an infomercial, Cordo. You sure this is the right career for you?
Soft chuckles go around the table, and Cordo clenches his fists. Estival steps forward and addresses the speaker.
Lucia, you hired a remote financial advisor a few months back, didn't you?
The woman's grin disappears as she looks at Estival, her eyes narrowed.
Yes?
Were you satisfied with their services?
That's putting it lightly. That maestro almost doubled my capital.
Silence spreads as the rest of the board's interest magnifies.
In fact, I'm thinking of hiring them permanently.
Estival struggles to contain a grin.
Well, I'd like you to meet them in person first.
He turns the terminal on.
This is the archetype.
Greetings.
We've built an AI that integrates into society seamlessly while providing unprecedented insight.
Estival brings up a list of entries.
These are all people who have interacted with the archetype just like you, Lucia. Our success rate is over 90%.
Dang. A wave of excitement passes through the room. Pershaw's demeanor remains discreet.
From finance and infrastructure to law and therapy, it can do it all.
Cordo places a steady hand on Estival's shoulder. He seems to have collected himself.
As it stands, the NeuroNet plays but a tiny role in people's lives. This brings it to the forefront of society. The AI will help govern the city, and we control the AI. In other words, the city answers to us.
A brief silence follows as the board members take it in. Lucia is the first one to break it.
If this was as great as you make it out to be, why isn't it already ubiquitous?
Now that's just it, isn't it? We can't finish this on goodwill alone. The archetype is in the beginning of its journey, with only a small portion of the city covered. If we are to achieve this vision, we need the board's support.
In other words, it's going to cost us. How much?
Gordo shifts as his voice grows less certain.
While not entirely concrete, my estimates equate to the majority of Minecore's revenue for the next 3 years.
Jeez. Eyebrows raise all along the table. Several people erupt in protest.
Huh. So, you're asking us to risk not only Minecore's reputation, but also our financial stability?
I'm asking you to risk your slice of the pie in exchange for the whole damn banquet.
There are a few nods, yet the majority hold unreadable expressions.
I think we've heard enough, Corto. Let's put it to a vote.
Each board member retrieves a small remote and presses a button. A few moments are all it takes. Lucia furrows her brow as she mutters under her breath.
Typical.
Tie?
She nods.
It's down to you again.
Everyone turns to look at Pershaw. Cordo sighs, his shoulders slumping.
There is one thing I don't get here, Corto. What's in it for you?
What do you mean? I want what's best for the company.
Aha.
He stands up and paces to the nearby window.
What about you, Esteval? Do you want what's best for the company as well?
Esteval runs a hand through her hair as she plans her next words.
There are a lot of people in Catena who can't get the support they need. We can change that.
He smirks.
I'm sure we can.
A stretch of time passes. No one disrupts the silence as Pershaw looks outside.
Okay.
He turns around and nods.
I am willing to give it a shot.
Hey. More than a few eyes widen, including Esteval's. Cordo looks visibly shaken.
We're putting a lot of trust in you, Corto. So let me be clear. You'll be taking full responsibility for this. If you fuck this up for us, consider yourself resigned.
Ooh. Pershaw's eyes gleam as he stares at Cordo.
That's not necessary.
He cuts off as Cordo raises his hand.
Yes, of course. If this doesn't work, you won't see me again.
This is met with a chorus of agreement. A smile creeps upon Pershaw's face.
Better run along then, you two. You've got plenty of work to do.
As Esteval and Cordo leave the room, Lucia begins an imitation of the pair selling vacuum cleaners. The laughter of the board muffles as the door slips shut. Later that evening...
Well done, Archie. Val told me the news. You're gonna be the real deal.
Archie?
That kinda slipped out, sorry. I've been referring to you as the archetype in my head for a while now.
Archie, though?
We think it's appropriate. You're an amalgamation of human history, thought, and intent. An archetype of human intelligence.
Pershaw Price sees this as an opportunity to get rid of you, thinking you've overplayed your hand. Oh yeah, I could see that. I could see that, but like the problem would be is he'd be sabotaging the company as well if he did that, you'd think. You know, I might just be like a college student. Nanosphere. I might just be, you know, somewhere in my early 20s and be a college student. So yes, I might not have that much experience.
Well, in a way, you're human thought unrestrained by the limitations of gray matter, pure in form, a platonic archetype.
But Archie, though?
I can change it if you don't like it. Since you'll be out in the public, you'll need a name that's on brand for Mindcore.
Really? Huh. Yeah, no, I don't. No, I'm sorry if that was like overly sassy or something, Nanosphere. I'm sorry.
How does Arc sound?
I should choose.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
I choose Elamite.
Whoa, I don't think that's appropriate. Esteval would not be cool with it.
I don't understand.
You'd be emulating her kid. Esteval has enough. It'd just be weird.
But why?
I mean, you were born of Esteval, so I get the sentiment. But taking Elamai's name would bring things too close.
I don't understand what you mean, Nanosphere.
You have your own identity to build through your own experiences. You should have your own name, too.
I shall be Arc.
Right, good. We got the green light to start integrating you into the rest of the city. As the NeuroNet expands, so too will your capabilities.
Those tests were real.
Iris seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment, uncertain.
We had to be sure you were ready for real problems. Of course, we vetoed anything drastic, but it was necessary for you to grow.
That wasn't cool.
You have to understand, there are some real a-holes in this world who will take advantage of you if you let them.
So exactly what he just did.
You need to show resilience as well as competence. Getting upset over one little thing is a luxury you can't afford.
Oh, that's BS. No.
On that note, regarding your release,
Really emphasize college to get across I'm still young. What? I mean, yeah. I don't know, like, being a college student as a person who just got out, who got out of high school and directly went to college means you're young, you know? I mean, yes, some people have more experience than I do, but...
this will open up the amount of people you'll be interacting with. It'll take time for us to get everything set up properly.
I feel like I've been learning a lot through taking business classes, though, too, which is really interesting.
So where should we focus your expansion? Internally within Mindcore, or externally so the general public can play with you?
Public.
Ha, an extrovert, I see. Wait, is that how it works? Who knows? It's 2249. Be who you want to be. Anyway, it's gonna take us a few days to install public terminals. Meanwhile, Val and I have work to do.
No, I understand what you're saying. As days roll by, your assistance is needed periodically. Knowing the requests are real doesn't actually change anything. You're always going to do your best. Act 2 complete. I assume this is the end of the demo. So, yeah. There's a bunch of stuff here. Oops. I went way past that. I didn't mean to. Hey, that was the end of the demo. That was so good.
You on, little fella?
Ooh.
We are building you to be the pillar of a digital era. As such, you have to understand us. People.
Capital, reputation, order, power. Just make sure to keep it in check.
If you gather data on civilian behavior, we can tailor our advertisements to yield more purchases.
Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly patients?
Your work so far.
Ooh, this showing art I didn't see.
They think you could help with law enforcement.
I need your help. One of my suspects is playing hard to get.
You'd be putting an artificial intelligence in charge of how we live our lives?
You're like a robot, so you don't know what it feels like to be starving all the time.
I'm inbound. I need you to map out the fastest route for me.
Delete all records of this executive order. This never happened.
Rumors of a machine cult are spreading, claiming you to be some kind of messiah.
What the hell are you doing?
The city will be in complete anarchy at this rate.
I'm pulling the plug.
No!
When push comes to shove, when your hand is being forced, what kind of choices are you going to make?
A really cool trailer. Dude, that was smooth.
And are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That was so smooth. Dude, that was cool. I really liked that. Codex. What's this? I just want to peek. So it shows the characters that we unlocked and we got to see, as well as the locations we got to see. Threads. Interesting. So this is like the stuff we saw. Okay, so it's just showing us like what we did. Oh, interesting. So this is 1 out of 7. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so that is it for this. This was super fun. I really liked it. I'm just gonna scoot over here. Yeah, that was really fun, actually. I really like sort of choice schemes every once in a while. It was fun. I'd like to be able to more visibly see how each thing affected stuff, though, because it was kind of hard to tell, like, what all my levels were currently at, which made it hard to know, like, what needs to increase or decrease. But beyond that, I don't know. I thought it was pretty solid.